Welcome to the Champ and the Chump Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Corey Idle. Joining me, as always, is my champion, Lou Willard. We're on a tight schedule because we are breaking down projections for your quarterbacks today, 16 through 1. Lou, how excited are you to get this cranked up?
You know what? I can't wait. But what I want to do one day before we get into this and we start educating everybody on this, how they can think they could compete with me for one of these is we need an outtake show.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Or YouTube. Do we need an outtake show? YouTube.
A lot of
the outtake show might not make YouTube. You might have to go to Patreon or Spotify, YouTube. I hate to do this to y'all, so we might want to edit that out. But nonetheless, we need an outtake show.
I agree.
Because that's where the shit go down as the outtake show.
It falls apart.
If y'all only knew what y'all was missing.
Yeah.
Hey, only knew.
I'll make you all a deal because we've done this on some other programs I've participated on. Y'all join some leagues. Y'all get us up to, let's say, 200, 300 subscribers. We'll take the party over to Patreon. We'll give you all access passes, behind the scenes stuff. You can see it all. We'll just hit record and you can see it all.
I'm in. I'll explain to them how that helmet is from 1974.
There you go. And he wore it. He was on the field.
If y'all subscribe to the show, I will post a picture of me wearing this helmet with my Lynn Swan jersey at 3 years old right there on this show.
I love it.
Matter of fact, I'll wear it. Well, I don't know if I can't get that helmet on.
You ain't getting that helmet on. I could. No. My little ass had to put that on.
No. Look at this fucking melon.
No, that thing. No.
I was lucky to get into the studio through the door with this thing. Look at this thing. You know how far these are stretched out?
But somehow you make it look good.
I mean, that's just genetics.
There you go.
That's genetics.
Thank you, Miss Deb. Thank you, Big Lou.
you know that's right.
Let's get cranking on this show.
Yeah, let's jump into this, man.
We are here to get into your quarterback projections. I recommend you check out our past show where we broke down 30 through 17. A lot of guys you may not need, but everybody gets injured, dog. You're going to need somebody. Everybody needs somebody sometime. And sometimes it's a 17 through 30 ranked quarterback in fantasy football. Before we get started, these are all based on PPR, 12-team leagues. Doesn't so much matter for the quarterbacks, but it gives you an idea of where we're coming from projection-wise. I base all of mine off of artificial intelligence, my man Claude. Lou does it the old school way, a pad, a pen, and a dream. And
don't make me hold them up. Don't make me hold them up, all my stuff up. I'm coming straight old school. I got paper over here.
That's right.
Hey, all you naturalists, don't worry about it. I only cut down 2 trees to make all this stuff. It's all good.
Yeah. If you're so worried about it, quit watching the internet and go plant a fucking tree. Cry babies.
Yeah. Go plant a tree and leave me alone because I got my pen and my paper.
That's it. That's all you need. That's what Nas told me. Let's get going, Lou. At 16, starting off, I am kicking it with the guy who disappointed me last year. He torpedoed my season completely because of his ego. I'm talking about Baker MF and Mayfield. That is his legal middle name now. I had it changed. That's what white privilege does for me. I can change people's middle names. And I changed his name to Baker MF and Mayfield.
We gonna start with that on the very first pick. We gonna white privilege on the first pick, man. Come on. We usually give them 5-10 minutes before we jump into stuff like that. But okay, I'm in. But you had warned me about this when I brought him up on the last show. You said he'd be on the new show. And I said, or the latest show, I should say, the latest show. And I said, okay, I wonder where he got him at. So this is not a bad selection for him, though.
No.
This is where I can see him if he does the opposite of what I think he's going to do.
Yeah, I have him very safe. 3,900 passing yards, 345 rushing yards, 31 passing touchdowns. Claude loves to throw in 2 rushing touchdowns for everybody because it's fun. I have
This is
him
the
banking
quarterback
out.
sneak from the one.
Exactly. I have him banking out at 292 total points. To give you an idea, my number 12 quarterback, because we're talking about 16, I have coming out at 302 points. So we're talking about a 10-point difference.
It's tight.
Yep.
Right now, what you guys are going to see is the numbers we have is they're going to be tighter than, I mean, what this YouTube, but so we'll just say tighter than a condom. We'll just say tighter than a condom. It's going to be tight. Well, they looked at us and they understood what I meant.
They already knew.
But at the end of the day,
stupid.
I saw Bacon, and I had him on the prior show, and I encourage you guys. I'm trusting you already saw it. If you haven't, go back and watch it. The whole thing with him was, can he be consistent for the whole year?
Yep.
If he can, he's going to be at this number or higher, which means somebody got to fall. But you lost Mike Evans, you lost Rashad White, not Rashard, but Rashad White, Armando. But at the end of the day, if he can pull that off, he's going to be up here. But can he?
That's it, 100%.
The emergence of the Panthers, the new coaching staff in Atlanta with the new quarterback in Tua, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
New Orleans is going to win this division. So Tampa Bay got some work to do.
I can see it.
This is not going to be the best division in the NFL from a talent or a Super Bowl contending standpoint. It's going to be the best division in NFL from a fun standpoint.
I was going to say, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. I'm going to have to go see my daughter in Charlotte and catch a couple games is what's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I have to stay. I'll go with you, but Jalen won't let me kick it with her. I got to stay at a hotel.
No, you ain't staying with us. You're lucky to go to the game with us.
Exactly. She almost put a no-fly zone over Charlotte just for me.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
She's got good taste. She knows. Who you got at 16?
At 16, I got Tyler Show from the Saints.
Okay.
And this is high for some people, and I understand why. It was his first year. I get all that. But I'm banking on the fact that he has Olave, he has Tyson, who they picked up. He got the tight end. They got a running back. And number one, and first and foremost in this whole thing for me, is that head coach loves him and thinks he is the man. So he's going to get every opportunity to succeed. Yep. So right now, if he's not in that playbook, flying guys, I know he's on a rookie deal, guys. I know. But if he's not flying guys to a warm climate so they could work out of some high school field on this playbook, then he's not going to make it. I'm going to tell you right now. If he is, then they'll make it. And I know there are OTAs, but y'all know what I mean. After OTAs, guys, meet me out in California, meet me in Florida, meet me in Texas. We're going to work out over here, and I got it. I got your room board. We run in the tree. And he get that rapport with every player that they're going to be playing. This kid is going to have a really breakout year. And he's in a division that scores a lot of points.
Yeah.
You're with the Panthers that's breaking out. You're with the Bucks that has a ton of talent. And then you got the Falcons who has Bijan. We can start and stop there, regardless who's playing quarterback. And then you throw in your Drake London and you throw in your Kyle Pitts, whatever. But this young man has an opportunity to have a good year and a good year next year and be staring down the barrel of $300 million. If I know that, don't you think he does? I can't see him not putting in the work to make that happen when you have a quarterback, or I'm sorry, a head coach that truly believes in it.
That's the thing. I think that's the biggest factor for him. I have him a couple spots higher.
And I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. And we'll get into that
At
a
all.
little bit more as we get up there. But everything you said, exactly why he's there. 15 for me, Lou. I have Patrick Mahomes. Don't know if you heard of this guy. I have him projected 4,200 yards, 255 rushing yards, 30 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Who's he play for?
It says the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yes.
Oh, so he plays on the team that Taylor Swift's husband plays for.
Yeah.
Okay, I have him coming up. We're only a couple spots apart, and my reasons are like I love your stats, love them. That's why I love Claude, and that's why I love the way we're doing this show because I come from a different perspective on it.
Yep.
But I dropped him because if you remember my initial rankings, I had him at. I have him in front of me 8.
Yeah.
It dropped. Yeah. It dropped. And we can talk about it now and skip 13. It's because there's so much turmoil in Kansas City. Kelsey's old. You brought back Eric Bieniemy, which means now they're just going to run the ball. They brought back Bieniemy. That's why they have Kenneth Walker. They're running the football. Mahomes is coming off the ACL injury. Rashee Rice is in jail. He's your number 1 wide receiver. He's in jail. Not only is he in jail, he just had knee surgery and then had to go to jail, so he can't even rehab the knee.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever done time. I'm sure you have. And maybe I know a couple people that have. And your boy might be clean as a snake, which is a bad analogy to use, clean as a snake. But nonetheless, he in jail, y'all. Come on. He can't rehab his knee in jail. This offense is a cluster right now. So what do you do when you're in flux like that? You run the football. You stay in games till Mahomes can get back. And the reason I dropped Mahomes was because even if he's back week 1, they're going to protect him. They're going to protect him until about week 6 or 7. And I say week 6 or 7 because that's how long they can stay in contention for the division before they have to just turn him loose and let him go.
Right.
Once they feel the division slipping away, they're going to turn him loose, which means his numbers are going to sag from a fantasy football standpoint.
Yep.
And so that's where we're coming from. But when we get to the receivers, you'll see what we do. Well, I do with Rashee Rice. But I absolutely agree with that pick. Even though I think I have a couple spots higher just due to attrition and due to that panic. And when they have to go,
right,
I see him putting up a little bit more numbers.
Yeah, the biggest factor for me in dropping him, and when I looked at this and not moving what Claude had put in for us, was the rushing yards. Because of his knee, he's averaging every year over year between 3, 4, sometimes even 500 rushing yards. Now I have him slated for 255 because the only time he's going to move is if he has to. So that's the biggest factor. If for whatever reason he scrambles more, rushing becomes a factor for him, which I don't think it is because I don't think their offensive line, while it took some hits, I don't think it took big hits. I think he's going to be okay overall, right in that 15, maybe leak into 12, maybe drop to 20. Either of those 5-spot move is exactly where I see him. Like there's not much movement for him for me, especially because of the guys above him.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So he's going to stay in this range.
Yeah. Do they have to have, I know we're doing projections, but it's great opportunity to ask this question. Did the Chiefs, because Rashee Rice didn't go to jail for his initial offense.
No.
He got out of that. Then he violated his probation and went back to jail. Did the Chiefs have to have a real conversation about this dude and his maturity level?
You kind of really go ahead and damn the Chiefs. If I'm the owner, I'm setting him down with his agent and the head coach and the GM and going, Right now, I'm thinking about cutting you. And I know that's their job, but I'm telling them to cut you right now. If I hear anything, like if you come back out and I don't hit a speed bump too fast.
Right.
And look, I'll pay you what we owe you, but you are such a distraction. Go get Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is who I would go get right now. And I know I'm cutting one criminal for an alleged another who got off, but at least he's out and saying he did nothing wrong, which he was held innocent, I guess.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you gotta go. What are you doing? Take the hit. This guy is Josh Gordon.
It's exact example I was thinking of. Exact example.
You cannot quit smoking weed long enough to make $200 million in the NFL. You get to 30 years old, you got $175, $200 million for the rest of your life.
Yeah, retire and smoke. Yeah, buy a dispensary just for you. What are you doing?
Start a chain of dispensaries and walk in and take out of it what you want.
Yeah, it's insane.
And he can't put it down. But with that being said, it's an addiction. And addiction is serious. I've dealt with it in my family.
Mm-hmm.
It's serious. I don't mean to downplay it. So if we can put addiction hotline up on the show, that'd be great too. But man, guys, try to make better decisions if you're in a position to do that. But if you aren't addicted, please get help. But he's I think at this point he's ruined his career. I think it's over.
Yeah, I think it's about a wrap.
I think it's over.
Unfortunately.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. Because he has so much talent. You don't see many receivers in the NFL that's able to do everything he did from the receiving standpoint, and they turn around and stick his ass in the backfield and hand him the ball.
Yep.
That is a skill set that 0.1% of people have. Yeah. Or I should say 0.01% of people have.
Yeah. I mean,
and he was able to pull it off.
We'll get back to the jokes and all the fun and shit, but
yeah,
just because you smoke weed and it affects you a certain way doesn't mean it's like that for everybody else. I know people.
You damn near drown in one pool on your 50th birthday while all y'all watching. All of a sudden, I smoke weed.
No, I wasn't saying shit. I was just damn. You didn't have to do that. I was just
But was the front flip nice though?
It was dope. It was dope as hell. I was holding the camera. And I think I supplied the weed, but my point was like, I don't care who knows. It's legal where I fucking smoke it. There's nothing about me that craves that. Some people have an addictive personality and they crave that drug.
Yeah.
So for him, it's a serious issue because nobody in their right fucking mind is blowing everything to smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Nobody. I don't give a shit who you are. Cheech gave up smoking weed for a while to get his bag, and then he came back and started smoking again once he made his money. That's the lesson. That's how you follow it. Just damn Reishi. Anyway, moving on. Let's have some fun again. At 14, I have Tyler Shuck. You already really went over every reason why he's going to be successful this year. Here's some projection stats just to back it up. 4,000 passing yards, which I honestly think could be under in this offense that he's got with Tyson and Olave and Juwan Johnson. 335 rushing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, and 296 yards. I think this offense is built for him to succeed. Everything Lou said earlier, copy, paste.
And the coach believe in him. So,
yep.
Did you do your 15?
I did. That was Patrick Mahomes.
All right. So my 15, I didn't do my 15 then.
Oh, that was I took us way off the rails with racial.
No, that's okay. That was I did that. But my 15 is Jared Goff. Mm-hmm. And the simple thing about it is there's talent all around him. and they have an easy fantasy schedule. And Jared Goff is the dude that's not going to get you if it's over under rushing total for the year is 50, take the under because he's not running anywhere. He don't even run on the field when the teams are announced.
AI has him projected at 22 rushing yards. Claude projected Kirk Cousins for 60 and Aaron Rodgers for 55.
That is brutal. I'm telling you.
That's disrespectful.
That's the only thing going to kill him is the fact that he ain't running for love nor money.
Nope.
I don't care. He ain't running. Nope. So if they ain't getting open, that's why when we get to receivers, you take Isaac Tesla. He's a third receiver on that team. Yep. And he's gonna have a breakout year, but this isn't that show. But nonetheless, I'm telling you, Jared Goff gonna put his numbers up, all the while looking like somebody that should have been a role player in the Pee Wee Herman movie. for all you 80s babies, or whenever that movie came out.
even though we're in the block of 5 here, roughly, this might be one of our biggest QB1 to elite quarterback discrepancies, because I have him a lot higher, and it's all passing yards. Because I'm like you, I think that receiving core with Tesla, especially with having you and I are both projecting Tesla to have a huge year.
Yeah,
but Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams to still get theirs.
And this is a guy. This is a guy that has the benefit of dumping the ball off to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes.
In the backfield, who can he can throw it backwards, or he can't throw it backwards to get a passing yard, but he can throw it 1 yard in front of him, and dude can take it 80 yards and get an 81-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So he's going to benefit from all of that.
100%.
And don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. They have a chip on their shoulder. They did not make the playoffs. They have a chip on their shoulder. They lost to Pittsburgh, and it cost them out of the playoffs by Kenneth Gainwell making one of the best catches of the year, arguably lucky, best, whatever you want to say, of the year. And it ultimately, and then they were, in their opinion, robbed on a call to lose the game. And that's what kept them out of the playoffs.
Yep.
They have a chip on their shoulder.
I'm telling you right now, Dan Campbell's so pissed, he will cut the punter before the regular season starts. They will not punt the ball this year. He's over.
And again, that's what will ultimately cost them. Yes. I've said it
every time
on that hill.
Every time.
Coach, punt the ball.
Who do you have at 14, boss?
This is where you're going to get mad at me. Because you take stuff personal, so you know where I'm coming with it.
I'm just leaving. I'm leaving. I know what you're getting ready to say. If that name starts with Dre, I'm throwing this fucking laptop out the window.
Well, it was a good life laptop because this is Drake May territory right here.
Damn it.
This is Drake May. And I'm going to tell you why I have him at 14. I'm going to tell you why I have him outside of my starting 12.
Biggest discrepancy by far.
Of course. And I'm going to tell you why. Until they put A.J. Brown's name on the contract and sign it, he's outside of my top 12.
Okay.
When they sign A.J. Brown, he gets to be in my top 10. Right now, they don't have A.J. Brown. We can all know, like we knew the Steelers were signing Driftwood. But until they did, you're rolling with Will Howard and Drew Aller. So what do you have? You're in Vegas. You think they're starting Cousins, but are they? So we're doing all that. So that's going to hamper him. Even though they added to their offensive line, they gave him some help. But A.J. Brown is a difference maker. If they get A.J. Brown, this young man goes right now, as I look at my list, to at least 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, they don't have A.J. Brown. So I got to leave him right here at 14.
So let me ask you this, and I know this is going to come off like a gotcha question, and I'm not trying to do that.
No, that's all right.
I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase this.
No, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
So last year in fantasy, Drake finished top 5 He was 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
They lost Steph Diggs on
Mm-hmm.
offense. That was their only big loss. They got Romeo Dobbs. So you're saying what I'm hearing is the drop off from Steph Diggs to Romeo Dobbs is enough to make a 10 position drop from year to year.
No, we're just looking at it 2 different ways.
Okay. That's why I wanted to ask, but again, I didn't know how to ask that question.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like
that's
a dickhead.
Oh no, you can ask dickhead questions. I don't care. But what
Why
I'm
does
looking
my
at,
dickhead have this spot on it?
because that guy.
You said I could ask dickhead questions. So
yeah, but that's between you and your partners.
Okay.
But nonetheless, what I'm saying is this: is the schedule. The schedule's tougher.
Okay.
I don't count any of this Mike Vrabel stuff in.
No,
It's not going to factor in. These are all grown ass men in that locker room. But the schedule's tougher. People have more film on this young man too.
Okay.
They start to see tendencies. So he needs a better complement of receivers to get him there. Dobbs he's not an upgrade over Diggs. He's a wash with Diggs.
Right.
You need an upgrade. And then when you say, how does he drop? Well, look what every other team did too.
Yeah.
That will be in front of him. And look at their schedules. That's how he falls. It's not a knock on the young man.
No.
It's the way the system works.
I knew that. I was just asking for stupid people out there.
Well,
sometimes
people need to understand why we're so far apart on him. And that's my answer is until they put AJ Brown's name on the dotted line and sign it, he's going to be outside of my top 12.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the schedule part, and you're right. That's a huge factor for that, especially
they're one of the few teams that benefit from their division schedule.
Oh, 100%. And
a lot of teams don't.
The other thing you're going to see a lot with the Patriots opponents this year, at least to start the season, is overloading that left side that got exposed so badly last year.
Until they change the left tackle.
Yep. Until they can figure out how to block that left side, that's what's going to happen to them. So, yeah.
But I do.
I can see that.
And another thing is, too, I'll move him up further because I look for him to go ahead and utilize his feet more.
Yeah, I could see that.
And not out of desperation.
Just more
out of scheme.
Yep.
Scheme is way more dangerous than desperation. They scheming him to run. He's going to put up some numbers.
Here's why I didn't get super upset at you, Lou, and didn't take that personally. Because I thought you might take this one personally. At 13, I have Caleb Williams. Chicago Bears.
Caleb Williams.
I have him at 3,900 passing yards, which admittedly could be very low. It's just the Bears. They don't traditionally pass that much at all.
They've never had a 4,000-yard passer.
That is true. 370 rushing yards, which I also think could be low for him because he started using his feet a little bit more towards the end of the season. 25 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. I have him 297 compared to, let's just call it the number 10 quarterback. I have them at 305. So we're less than 10 points away between 13 and 10 in the rankings.
It's crazy how tight this shit is. It's crazy.
I just keep bringing that up. So when people go, he shouldn't be that low. It's like, we're talking point.
And that's what makes our job so difficult. And that's why you have to be willing to be wrong.
Oh, exactly.
Like we're all willing to be right, but who's willing to be wrong? Because when I give you my Caleb Williams number, everybody's going to go, this dude don't know what in the bleepity bleep he talking about. But I'm willing to be wrong because I see the young man's talent.
Right.
And we'll talk about that because he's going to be towards the end of this show for me.
Yeah.
And it is a ballsy move on my part, but I just know what I see with my eyes aren't lying to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in his head coach. And I look at the talent around him and I know the schedule. That's the only thing that held me up.
Yep.
Because they're young. Can y'all take the grind?
Yeah.
So I understand why you have him here. But I get it. So we'll talk about him again. So with that being said, for my number 13, I have Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And if you're in our league is a 12-team standard PPR,
Mhm.
he's 13. He's not your starter.
No.
Imagine that. And the reason being for me, and we've touched on this a little bit, he's coming off the ACL.
Mhm.
Kelsey's older. Your
Mhm.
number one receiver, Rashee Rice, just went to jail off a knee surgery, so he can't even rehab it. He he probably won't even be ready if they don't cut his ass. So this offense, and now you have Eric Bieniemy back, who butted heads with Mahomes the first time he was there, and he butted heads with the entire offense
Yeah.
because of his coaching style. Let's just leave it at that. But what are what are they going to do? We know they're going to run the ball. They're going to be run heavy
Mhm.
because that's Bieniemy's style. And they signed Kenneth Walker, so they're going to be run heavy. Mahomes might not play. He might start the season on the pup list. That's why they're not playing the game in Spain,
Yeah.
whatever week that is. So he's going to drop. But at the end of the day, I owe the man his respect of being Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
But I just can't make him my starting quarterback in a 12-team PPR league. But I can tell you what, I can have him right on my bench ready to go for when his ass is back. But right
Yep.
now, they don't have a number one wide receiver.
No.
Theirs is in jail. It's amazing. So his fall to 13. In my initial rankings, I had him at what, 8? Yeah, I had him
Yep.
at 8. So his drop is due to no fault of his own.
Yeah.
It's the way the team dynamic went.
Yeah. It's just nothing you can do about it.
It's nothing he can do about it. So you look at it and I'm like, okay, well, I got to put him here, but I still respect his game. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer without question. You
Oh
want to argue
yeah.
that you want to argue that you just don't like the guy for whatever, like you know him
Right.
personally. You don't know him personally, but at the end of the day, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and but he's got to fall out the top 12 right now.
That's it. And speaking of which, here come your starters. Number 12 for me. I know you had him a little bit lower, and I do agree with a lot of the reasons why. I think the team is a little bit better, though. I'm going with Justin Herbert for the Chargers. 3,950 yards projected, 400 rushing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, 302 total points. I don't think it's going to be a flashy starter for you. I think you're going to be 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, 15 points, 25 points, 15 points. It's not going, you're never going to hit 30 points with Justin Herbert on this team.
Yeah, I mean he's steady. He's going to be steady, Eddie.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You're going to get a turnover free. I hate to use the term game manager because he's not, but in the offense Jim Harbaugh plays, that's what they're going to do. They're going to game manage the whole thing. I don't mean that to say he's Trent Dilfer. I mean that to say he is watching the clock, calling plays to grind it down if you're in the
Yeah,
lead. It's going to be very methodical chess match, which I think ultimately is going to hurt what he could do. And I don't think Lou said anything wrong either. Their receiver room sucks,
yeah, it's
comparatively
not great.
speaking.
Yeah, it's not great.
There's
It's not great.
nobody on the Chargers in all of my mock drafts when I've had to get Lad McConkey, who's the only one I've tried to get because I needed one. I did not like the build of the team.
Yeah, it's not a great receiving core.
No.
And again, if he runs, it would help.
Yeah.
But with the running back they have, he's not going to have to run. But with the receivers, he may. But they did get some offensive line help to give him more time,
Yep.
but give him more time to throw to whom?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just your 2 of your 3 best receivers are tight ends.
Yeah.
So I don't see where the upside is coming. I should say I don't see where I would place him up there, but I see his upside, and he can help
Yes.
himself selfishly from fantasy football standpoint. He can help himself by simply running the damn ball.
That's it.
But I get the ankle injury. I get it, and maybe it's worse than we all thought. Maybe it never healed, right? So, but that's just what we're dealing with. But if you ask me, would you want Justin Herbert to be your quarterback on your Pittsburgh Steelers? Hell yeah. Period. Because he is a football player. He can play tackle football.
Oh yeah.
But
I think he's in a bad scheme. He's not a bad player.
He's not in a system that will express his talents, for lack of a better way to put it. Now, I'll leave that to you. You're an author.
It will not allow him to flourish.
There you go. So my 12, and this is my second biggest discrepancy that we had.
All right.
Is CJ Stroud.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this. They have a hellfire defense, which is why some people pull his numbers down because they don't have to score a lot. I understand that. They revamped the offensive line. They got a new running back so they can run the ball better, which can help pull his numbers down. So you drop his number down in the fantasy perspective. But the one thing I haven't heard a lot of people talk about was they picked up his 5th-year option. Means he's playing for money now. Watch him go. Yeah. Now you playing for 275 to 300 million. That's what I'm betting on with this pick. He's playing for money. And when you're playing for money, look, damn that trophy I got a bunch of these. But he playing for generational money.
Yeah.
And everybody knows he's a good young man. He's a very good young man.
Yeah.
All that aside, he's playing for money, and I'm betting on. He betting on himself, and I'm betting on him. They picked his 5th-year option up. They paid Will Anderson all that money, which they should have. Best rush end in the game, arguably best rush end in the game. Not arguable on my end, but nonetheless, this quarterback, they picked his option up. He got 1 year to make $300 million, or go to free agency and go to Justin Fields route.
Yep.
What you gonna do? I think he's gonna pull it off. So I got him right up here at 12.
It worked.
I didn't want to get too crazy.
No, it makes total sense. And you were right with Kyle Pitts playing that way. That's why you said Kyle Pitts was going to have a good year last year, and he did.
Exactly.
And why you're telling people to avoid Kyle Pitts this year,
and I am.
He got his bag.
If you're not Bijan Robinson, you're not on my team from the Falcons.
Heard. Number 11, Matt Stafford. He's only this low because this dude. You thought Jared Goff's 25 rushing yards or 22 rushing yards projected was insulting? Listen to this shit. 4,400 passing yards, not unexpected. 12 rushing yards. 36 passing touchdowns, 0 rushing touchdowns.
How are you not projected to get a rushing yard per game?
That
just
is
a yard.
Wild.
Because remember now the sacks don't come off your rushing yards.
Yeah.
So you can't get a yard a game.
He won't cross the line of scrimmage one time this year.
He won't run the ball. No. He won't run the ball at all. But I have him just so for the sake of saving time. I have him at 10. So we're only one spot off on him. And go. I just said, and my notes say, oh man, got one last ride, didn't he?
That's what I was
I don't need to get into the numbers. I'm not like, I love the fact that you use that because that balances us out. Yep. And it gives the listeners a perspective because they just ain't gonna be like, well, I can't go by lose the old man got one last ride, didn't he? But that's what I'm banking it on. Old man got one last ride, didn't he? So, yep. But for my 11 was our biggest discrepancy is Jordan Love with Green Bay.
Oh yeah, that was a big one too.
Oh, that was the biggest that we had. Yeah. Actually, it was tied for the biggest. It's just a higher number. But at the end of the day, I love this kid's game. I love the coach. And the fact that they don't have a true number one, they have 4 number twos. The ball's everywhere. And that tight end is coming back.
Yeah.
He's coming back off the torn ACL that he tore in Pittsburgh. That was in October. So by the time this season starts, he's back ready to go. This quarterback is going to put up numbers. Josh Jacobs is still there.
Yep.
They're in a division where there's going to be no blowouts. You're in every game, and you're going to have to play. You're going to have to play. So this is going to be really good for them. I love his schedule. I love this team's makeup. I love it.
This is what is so fun about fantasy football, because Jordan Love is at 11, right?
On my list, yes.
Yeah. You have Drake May at 14.
Yep, and I have Stafford at 10.
Yep. What I love about this is the same reasons Drake May is falling off are the same reasons Jordan Love is moving up. And it's not a dig on Drake May. It's not a dig on your rankings or anything. It's just how the game of football shifts, and how you can have these two players. If you swap them, it's the exact same thing. You're hyped on Drake May because he's in a great position this year, and you're down on Jordan Love because he hit so high early that now they're going to come down. This is what is so awesome about football.
And it's how you perceive it. And it's how you perceive it to be with the schedule that you see coming, because the schedule's out now. Yeah. So it's that. And like I say, Drake May's jumping up right here where these guys are. All they got to do is sign AJ Brown. Just sign him.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a wrap.
I think that's so fascinating with one of the aspects of fantasy football, because that would confuse, I think, a lot of
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair weather fans, or just people that like, I like it. I'll play fantasy football, and don't really get that intricate part of it. Number 10, you said you had Matt Stafford.
Yep.
I have Jackson Dart, New York Giants. I have him at 3,000 passing yards, pretty low for a QB1. 645 rushing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, and 9 rushing touchdowns. Clearly a lot of rushing being projected for Jackson Dart on my end. His total, I had already told you before, was 305. To give you an idea, again, 15, Patrick Mahomes, was 295. So there's a 10-point discrepancy between 15 and 10 for me. Again, 5-block radius is separated by that little amount of points.
Yeah. And that's interesting, because I have him a little higher. I mean, I have him at 8, so I'll just tell you I got him at 8. So we'll start shaving off some time. Yep. But I have him at 8, and it's because he has additional weapons.
Yep.
They have a revamped defense, but he has to learn to slide.
Yes.
If he doesn't learn to slide, we both have him way too high, because he's going to miss 6 games.
Significant time, yes.
Yes, he's going to miss a lot of games. So if his ass learns to slide, he will be right up here, because he is a young Baker Mayfield. He's a young, more talented Baker Mayfield. Means he has that dog in him. He is Baker Mayfield's attitude with, that Patrick Mahomes swag, but he's neither of them. He damn sure ain't Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Nobody in the league, even Josh Allen's not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league. Y'all can stop. But at the end of the day, this kid has that moxie about him, where we could be saying Jackson Dart is the best quarterback in the NFL in the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm dead serious. And I say this on every show we do. I predicted the Giants to go to the Super Bowl this year, and I ain't backing off from it. Until they're knocked out, I'm not backing off from it. Because as much as I'm a Steelers fan, Harbaugh can coach. Come from the Ravens, he can coach. And your quarterback is a dog.
Yep. And that offense is stacked.
It's stacked. Now you got 2 tight ends.
Yep.
You got a bulldog running back. You got receivers. The defense was revamped up. I know they lost Dexter Lawrence, but that defense got some pieces to it. So it's going to be interesting. So I like that.
Yeah, no, this team is built, and again, kind of echoing your point. Jackson Dart, if he plays the full season, he can finish QB1. Would not shock me. Yeah.
I have them playing the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For my number 9, 10, I had Stafford. So
Stafford, that's right. Number
my
9.
number 9 is Trevor Lawrence with the Jags.
Okay.
Just because the division outside of the Texans defense twice isn't brutal,
Yeah.
and he's running the ball more.
Mm-hmm.
They have more weapons. They did lose Etienne, but at the same time, I'm starting to believe in this team a little bit. This team is going to be sneaky good. This team is going to be sneaky good.
They're going to
And
fly just under the radar enough.
I still think the Texans will win the division, and that may change by the time training camp's over, where I'm talking about how Jacksonville's going to win that division.
All right.
Because this team is going to be good. This team is going to be good.
I have Trevor Lawrence ranked a little bit higher. I got him at 7. We'll get to that when we get there. 9, I had Jared Goff. We've already talked about him, Ignacio.
Okay, I had him. So we were 8 spots apart on that. That's pretty good distance that high.
Yeah. 8, I had Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. 4,500 passing yards, 165 rushing, just because dude doesn't run anymore. 29 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns because it's Claude. 312 total points. I mean, do we need to talk about Dak? I mean, he's Dak every year.
You had him at what, 8?
8.
I have him at 7. So
There
no,
you
we
go.
don't talk about. All I have on my list is high volume offense.
Yep.
It's just, and that's what they're going to be.
Yep.
And
they love to pass the ball, even in games where they should be running it. They're still going to pass it.
They'll throw themselves out the game.
Yes, they will.
Just throw themselves out the game.
Yes, they will. So who'd you have at 8?
I had Jackson Dart at 8.
That's right. Man, we're just moving through these then.
Because we're to the point where they're going to bump up one spot.
Bump them.
They're only going to be 1 spot apart. I had Dart at 8, Prescott at 7.
And I have Trevor Lawrence at 7. Real quick for Trevor's stats, just to bust him out for the projections. 4,100 passing yards, 330 on the ground, 28 passing touchdowns, 4 rushing, 316 total points. So, yeah, pretty much right there together with Trevor Lawrence, about where we would imagine him being. Rushing is upticking a little bit for him. And I think this is where I think you and I agree on Trevor Lawrence. Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic 3 receiver set.
And that's if they don't throw Travis Hunter over there for a little bit.
That's it. And kind of like Green, none of these guys, I'll take Christian Watson. I like Christian Watson. I like Jaden Daniels. No, that's a quarterback. Whoever the homeboy is up in Green Bay, they're receivers. They got number 2s.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see any of these Jacksonville receivers and go, yep, I want them. I don't look at the running back and go, yeah, I want Bashal Tootin. You know it. But I do look at Trevor Lawrence and I go, I'll take him.
You definitely take Lawrence. And the only reason I wouldn't be high on the receivers because you don't know which one to take yet.
That's it.
But that's why you have to keep doing your research and keep looking at this as it goes through OTAs and mini camps and training camp to see who's going to establish themselves as the number 1 guy, or not even number 1 guy, the go-to target.
Exactly.
Because the number 1 receiver might not necessarily be the go-to target.
Yep.
You want the go-to target. So, but I wouldn't mind Tootin. If Tootin was my number 2 running back, that's okay because he's their starter.
Yeah.
So you get a starting running back in the NFL. So you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah. Just fine with it. Number 6 for you, sir.
It's Jaden Daniels, just like it should be for you.
Okay. We're 1 spot off.
See, you're man, get rid of Claude. Get rid of Claude. He wrong. But yeah, I got Jaden Daniels. He's going to provide a ton of rushing. This offense is going to score a ton of points, especially with the addition of Rashard White. He's going to catch a lot of balls out of the backfield, provide him with that extra yardage from the passing game. He's going to catch probably 4 touchdown passes, which adds the Jaden Daniels total. Free up some space for Scary Terry down the field. This offense is going to be back. Their quarterback just got hurt. Their quarterback got hurt last year. And they improved their defense. The addition of Sonny Styles, call me a homer. Okay, I don't care. Is going to be huge for that team.
It's a big, big improvement.
Huge for that team. To solidify the middle, it's going to be huge. Now, they got a Quanko, Chika Quanko. That's where he went, correct? To replace Zach Ertz, who we talked about that before, so we ain't going to chew our food twice. But nonetheless, you got an upgraded tight end. You got receiver help. And I still think Brandon Ayuk is going to this team. That's another reason I have Jaden Daniels this high, because I still think Ayuk is going to play. Ayuk does not want to play football unless he plays for the Washington Commanders. So if he plays and goes, people will go, well, he don't really want to play. Yes, he does for that team. You stick him on the Patriots, he's not going to play.
No.
49ers, he won't even show up to the facility. Stick him on the Steelers, he's not going to play. Stick him with the Commanders where his buddy's the quarterback, he's going to play.
Yep.
Whether you agree or disagree with that, that's a fact.
If he's going to play at all, that's where he's going to do it.
That's where he's going to play. So agree or disagree, but that's a fact. He's only showing up at one place to actually play. And I think he will, and I think that will help Jaden Daniels big time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. I have Jalen Hurts at 6. They're separated by about 6-7 points because I have Jaden Daniels at 5. For Jalen Hurts, I got 3,300 yards, 520 rushing, which is the huge discrepancy between him and Jaden Daniels, why Jaden is just ranked above him. 23 passing touchdowns, 11 rushing touchdowns for Jalen Hurts, 328 total points. Jaden Daniels, to give you an idea, I had 200 more passing yards, 825 rushing yards, so almost 300 more rushing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing, 335. So 328 to 335 between Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels. I'm not crying if I get either of these guys. I've actually been seeking out Jalen Hurts because people in mock drafts are avoiding him like the plague. And I'm just like, oh, gobble, gobble, gobble.
That's going to work out great for me. Wait till you see where I got him on this list.
Oh, I believe it.
I'll just go with number 5 right now.
Please.
And I have a Lamar Jackson.
Okay. So you have Jalen Hurts where I have Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to bet.
No, you might be right. Well, we'll see. But I have him in this position simply because he handpicked his head coach. That's it. I still don't like his receivers, but when you handpick the head coach, you are now assuming the responsibility of the success of that team.
Yeah.
And he's a competitor, and he can play, and he's going to give you all the rushing upside you need. You still have Derrick Henry back there. You lost Likely, but you still have Andrews. And let's just be honest, they're still damn Ravens.
Yeah.
We know what they're going to do. I know they got the new coach. The only difference is this coach is handpicked by the quarterback who loves all his offensive buddies, and they're going to be more dynamic. The defense might struggle a little bit. Offensive line took a step back, but again, they all boys. This team is going to be fine. Unfortunately for me, with all this stuff behind me, they're going to be just fine. Yeah. And I got to deal with that shit another year. So he's Lamar. He's going to be Lamar. He's number 5 for me.
I dig it. At 4, I got Drake May. This was our big discrepancy.
Homers. Homer pick.
No.
Homer pick.
I did have him fall off a little bit. His passing yards are going to fall off about 100 yards. I got him at 4,250 this year. So down year, Drake. Pull your shit together. I got him 4,250 for passing, 440 for rushing. I have an uptick in his rushing yards because Will Campbell. 29 passing touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns, 342. As a comparison to Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, I have them 328, 335. Drake May 342. Flip-flop one game. One has a
Yeah,
bad game, the
yeah.
other doesn't, and that's where they're at.
Yeah, and if you flip-flop that game, you have him where I'm probably going to wind up with him at around 8, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there.
Exactly. And what I
And
did figure out is where I have Caleb Williams is where you have Drake May. Where I have Drake May is about where you have Caleb Williams. So that's the one guy where.
Where'd you have Caleb Williams, or where'd you have Drake May at?
I have Drake May at 4. I have Caleb Williams at 13.
Yeah, you're about right then, because I had Drake May at 14. I have Caleb Williams at 4. I dropped him a spot for my initial ranking.
And I will give you this. Caleb Williams, schedule-wise, team-wise, coach-wise, as much Vrabel's my guy.
Yeah.
Well before he ever was on the Patriots.
Yeah.
Everything for Caleb Williams is set up better than it is for Drake May.
But the schedule's tough for the Bears.
Because of the division. Yep.
And so when they went outside the division, they drew tough cross matchups.
Yeah.
But this is what helps him. He's going to run the ball more.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be in every game. So he plays better in tight games. You got to watch this fool when they get up by 21. That's when he get loose with it.
Right.
If they're in a game, he's there. He's dialed in. And I just look for this to be his breakout year. And the only reason I dropped him a spot from my initial rankings where I had him at 3 is because I moved Jalen Hurts up. Notice I haven't called Jalen Hurts' name yet.
Yep.
I moved Jalen Hurts up. So again, when somebody moves up, somebody got to drop.
Exactly.
That's the only reason he's 4. Because I am solid on my top 6 for sure. Don't know if I'll get any of them in any drafts, but I'm comfortable with my top 12.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Dig it.
But I have Caleb Williams at 4.
Love it. I love his situation. You and I both agree. Luther Burden is going to be probably the breakout receiver this year.
Yeah.
Rome Duzier is going to establish himself as that guy too. Yeah. And the tight ends, Colston Loveland and Cole Clement still, if they decide to go 2 tight ends. Ben Johnson's got a great setup there, and I love his offensive style. He's a great coach. For 4, I had already said Drake May.
Yep,
3, I got Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Wildcats. I projected him.
Well, we got the same one there. We got Joe Burrow.
Hey, I got him 4,500 yards, 155 rushing, 36 passing in the air, and because it's Claude, 2 rushing touchdowns for Joey B.
That he will not have.
He will not have 2 rushing touchdowns.
But it's funny. I wrote down Joe Burrow, and then I wrote no notes needed.
Yeah.
It's
same
the
as it ever was.
I watch these fools. I watch these fools all the time. It's Joe Burrow. The Bengals are going to light the scoreboard up. And they did improve their defense, so they won't always be playing from behind. But they're like the Commanders. They don't care. Yeah. They're like the Cowboys. They don't care. They'll blow your ass out.
Yep.
You can't stop them. That's your fault. Just because they're up 21, they're still throwing the ball. So
100%.
He will be right there in that 3 hole.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Who you got it to? Because this is clearly different.
Lamar Jackson, young man out of Louisville.
I don't see him being that high. Talk to me.
This is why I put him there. And it was the same reason you have him in there. I know you don't like his receiving core.
Is why I have him at 5.
Exactly. I think, and it's all speculation, right? That he got to pick his coach. I think Lamar is about to have fun for the first time playing football. And I think that could be scary with his coach and him not being on the same page. Maybe we haven't seen what Zay Flowers can actually do in a competent route or a competent offensive scheme designed the way Lamar Jackson wants it to be designed. I think the potential for Lamar this year could be fantastic based on numbers he's had hating his head coach.
Yeah.
hating his experience and still doing what he did. He's not in a prove it situation because he doesn't have to at this point.
Yeah, you got 2
But
MVP.
I think you're going to see a different kind of Lamar unleashed on the world this year, and it could be a lot of fun.
And I can't disagree with any of that. The reason I have him at 5 is just I don't like the receiving core.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. But I totally understand what you're saying. But my number 2 clearly is Jalen Hurts because I haven't mentioned him yet. He has the easiest fantasy football quarterback schedule. He's getting rid of the headache that he don't want in A.J. Brown.
Yep.
He has a new offensive coordinator that's going to pander this offense to what he wants, which is going to open up his running. He didn't run a lot last year at all.
Yep.
Now he's going to run. Saquon's going to be unlocked again. So as long as Wicks can hang in there, wasn't it Wicks they picked up? Wicks, yeah. Hollywood Brown.
Yep.
Those guys to go with Devontae Smith.
And don't get it twisted, Mekhi Lemon is going to be a bad motherfucker.
That's what I was going to say. and then they drafted Mekhi Lemon.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts is about to have an MVP season.
Totally.
I would not be shocked if he wins the MVP because I believe all that's announced before. I don't know when it's announced, but he may win the MVP.
I think it's announced before the division, the conference championships.
Okay, even though I'm standing by my Giants pick to go to Super Bowl because I'm not going chalk like everybody else. I'm going Giants. But if the Eagles go Super Bowl, I would not be shocked at all. Even though they lost a lot on defense, they did. But you kept your defensive backfield, so teams ain't gonna throw the ball all over them.
I think
this team is gonna be good.
I think that's the important thing too with your Hurts ranking, and even look, I have him at 6. Lamar, I have at 2. That's 365 at 2.
We splitting hairs.
Yeah,
splitting hairs in the top 10. Top 10 splitting hairs.
So I think everything you're saying is dead ass accurate. I think this offense is going to be crazy good. I think as well, though, and where I think he gets hurt a little bit, even in my projections with 34 total touchdowns, 23 passing, 11 rushing, I think Saquon Barkley's going to have a big year too. I think he was, for Saquon terms, he was a little bit down last year. Not quite as explosive as the Super Bowl run. Yeah. I think you're going to see a big bounce back of him too.
And this is what's great about football. Two things can be true. Yeah.
Yep.
Both of them can have bounce back years because if that passing game is clicking, they can't stack the line. So the running back is going to eat. And when he eats, they can't just double team everybody. They got to play it even across the board. And it's not the strongest defensive division in the league. The Eagles are going to put up mad points.
And I think they're going to have to pass because they've lost so much on defense. Again, you hitting the nail on the head. Like, it's just lined up so well for Jalen Hurts right now. There's no reason. If they don't win or go to a Super Bowl or don't win a Super Bowl, it won't be because of him.
No.
He's not going to be the problem. My number one, obvious, Josh Allen. I think I would not have had him there, in all honesty, had they not signed DJ Moore. And it's not because DJ Moore is so explosive. That was a huge signing. It just gives him a safety net.
That was a huge signing.
Yes. That's like Mike Evans going to the 49ers. Mike Evans isn't going to be the number one receiver in the league this year. He won't be the number one receiver in that division. But he is going to be a safety net for Brock. And that's what these guys need.
Look, not being the number one receiver in that division is not a bad thing when you consider JSN and Puka in it. But
exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But just Josh Allen, until he's not, is going to be my number one guy.
Yeah, I got him.
If you can take it, it depends on how soon you want to draft a quarterback is the only hesitation in this thing. I'm willing not to have him but I'm willing not to have him if I can get a good number one and a RB and a good number one receiver and come back with one of my top 10 quarterbacks to pair with them.
Yeah.
So if I can get a top 3 running back, top 3 receiver, and then pair him with a top 10 quarterback, I'm okay not having Josh Allen. But if I'm picking 12th and that board is flying off, taking Bijan, then you got Chase, Jefferson, JSN, Gibbs, all them dudes going, man, look, give me Josh Allen. I catch somebody else on the way back. I got to get somebody that's going to put some points up.
Right. And
to match these fools.
And when we're talking, we've talked this whole show about the point discrepancy, right? From position to position, 5-point blocks.
Yeah.
Like it's been that close. Josh Allen projected through Claude 385. Lamar Jackson's end of season totals 365. That 20-point difference in quarterback is massive if that hits. Now, if
you don't believe what Corey's saying, go check any other position and see what 25 points do for a player.
100%. The one thing I do disagree with Claude on, and you can tell me if I'm wrong in disagreeing here or not, they have him projected, being Josh Allen, for 14 rushing touchdowns. With James Cook on that team.
That's too high.
I don't see that.
That's too high.
I don't see it. I thought Jalen Hurts with 11 was high. And then I goal line and tush pushing, and
they're counting the tush push, exactly. which the Eagles are fading away from the tush push.
Yes. So yeah, that 14 points there, or that 14 touchdowns, I think that's way too high, and that's a lot of where your 20 points come from. Because even if you compare that to Jalen Hurts, that's 3 extra touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just rushing 3 extra touchdowns. That's 18 points.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. No doubt about it.
So you, in my mind, to what Lou is saying, if you are going to go after Josh Allen, you got to believe those are the numbers he's going to pull. And there is about a 20-point discrepancy between him and whomever you have at number 2.
And I'm telling you, if I'm taking him, it's because I'm drafting 10th and I get the swing right back around.
Yep.
And it's because I see who goes before me. And I go, okay, I can't get a 1-and-1. I can't get one of the top 2 or top 2 receivers or running backs, but I can get the number 1 quarterback. Let me just pluck him.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the number 3 receiver on the way back. And then I'm just rolling the dice, or number 3 running back, whoever it is, whatever your board looks like. But if you can take the number 1 player at either running back, receiver, or quarterback, we're not counting tight end. Who cares who the number 1 tight end is? He doesn't go in the first round. Bottom line, start picking them in the 3rd round. I'm not picking the tight end in the first. I'm not picking one in the first 4 rounds. But that's just me, because the position's getting deeper.
Yeah.
But if you can get Allen at 10 through 12 and spin it back around and get another good player, snatch his ass up, because he's always going to be there for you.
Yeah. Just consistency. That's all it ever is. I know we ran a little long. We're going to try and wrap this up pretty quick.
Yep.
These are your quarterback projections. You've got 35 through 1 in 2 shows. I suggest going back, rewatching both of them multiple times. However, these will be changing. They will fluctuate as the preseason goes on, as training camps go on, starters become more clear, injuries happen. We will make sure everything gets updated for you guys on a weekly or bi-weekly basis as we move forward. This show is probably came out on a Monday. Our last show came out on a Wednesday. Those are probably going to be where you're going to find us, Monday, Wednesdays. So just keep that in mind. Set your notification bell. As Lou likes to say, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And
get us in that algorithm.
Comment down below. If you think we're full of shit on what we're talking about, we got leagues starting. Get in them. You can join up. We got PPR leagues. We got Dynasty leagues. We got a couple guillotine leagues we're running. Get in there. We got some good prizes going to be available for everybody that's listening. So go in there, sign up. You can comment down below. We're going to drop this quick word from our sponsor. Is your boutique business being found where it matters most? If you aren't at the top of Google, you're losing leads to the competition. Calibration Media Group specializes in high-performance Google ad campaigns that put your shop or real estate listings directly in front of motivated buyers. We combine expert search strategy with professional video content to drive massive ROI without the big agency price tag. Get premium results at a low price point that fits your budget. Visit us at calibrationmediagroup.com. We are getting the fuck out of here because we ran so long. Armando is going to yell at us so badly. I'm Corey Idle for Lou Willard. This is the Champ and the Chump. We will catch you on the flip side.